Right now, somewhere in the world, a man is on day 9 without sleep. And doctors are telling him something terrifying. His body is shutting down organ by organ. Because here's the truth, and nobody tells you. Sleep isn't optional. It's the only thing standing between you and dying. Let's imagine it happens to you. One ordinary night, your body simply stops needing sleep. No more heavy eyelids. At first, it feels like a superpower. More hours to work, to live, to create. But biology has a plan for people who break its rules, and it is not a kind one. Day 1. Aryan finishes a week's worth of work in a single sitting. He feels invincible. Scientists call this the manic high of early sleep deprivation. Dopamine spikes as the brain floods itself with stimulation to compensate. It feels like a gift. It's actually the first warning sign. By day 3, the high is gone. Aryan starts forgetting sentences mid-conversation. His hands shake. This is micro-sleep, his brain forcing tiny, involuntary shutdowns of 2 or 3 seconds without him realizing it. He is now, technically, sleeping and awake at the same time. This isn't fiction. In 1964, a 17-year-old named Gardner stayed awake for 11 days straight as a science experiment. By the end, he couldn't recognize objects and believed he was a famous football player. Researchers watched, stunned, as his brain began behaving like it was dreaming, while he was still wide awake. Back to Aryan. Day 5. He starts seeing things that aren't there. Shadows in the corner of his room, faces in the wallpaper. This is sleep deprivation psychosis. His immune system is collapsing. His body, without rest, has stopped repairing itself. By day 7, his blood pressure is spiking, his body temperature swinging wildly. In a famous 1980s Chicago study, rats deprived of all sleep died within 2 to 3 weeks, not from exhaustion, but because their bodies simply lost the ability to regulate themselves. Sleep isn't rest, it's maintenance, and without it, the machine breaks down. Day 9. Aryan is rushed to a hospital, his organs functioning but barely, his immune system nearly vanished. This is the man from the very beginning of this video. And what happens next is the part almost nobody survives to talk about. There's a real medical condition called Fatal Familial Insomnia, a rare genetic disease where the brain permanently loses the ability to sleep. Patients don't survive more than 12 to 18 months. There is no cure and no known way to force the brain to sleep again once this switch is broken. Here's the twist nobody expects, the version of never sleeping again we imagined. The productivity, the extra hours, the superpower, was never real to begin with. Every case of extended sleep loss in medical history ends the same way. Not with more life, but with the body actively destroying itself, trying to force sleep back on. The gift was always a countdown. Aryan survives, barely. Doctors force his body into medically induced sleep, and slowly, he recovers. He later says the scariest part wasn't the hallucinations. It was realizing how much he'd taken sleep for granted his entire life. Scientists still don't fully understand why sleep is so non-negotiable, but we know this. Every animal ever studied needs it, even though it leaves them defenseless and unconscious for hours at a time. Evolution kept it around anyway, for hundreds of millions of years. That alone tells you something. So next time you're tempted to pull an all-nighter, remember Aryan. Remember Gardner. Sleep isn't wasted time. It's the reason you're still alive tomorrow. Now tell me, could you last even 3 days without sleep? Comment your honest answer below.